this is how we do it.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Hold on. Bump it up.
For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need a benzo.
What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city say, what up, doe? What up? What up, doe? What up? What up, doe? What up, doe, y'all? What's going on? It's the 10th day of the first month of the year 2026. Salute, salute, salute. Let me start out like this. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. You heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. It's in the chat. It's in the description. You know the rest. You know? Hell yeah. Let me shout out to my replay gang. Salute, salute. Shout out to the replay gang. Leave your girl a comment. Let me know what you think. And then everybody, if you could kindly, real smooth like, real cool like, take whatever finger you would like and tizzy tap on that thumbs up button for your girl. The emojis on the right, tap on them, show some love, and share the live in my TikTok voice, share the live. Subscribe to the channel, it's free 99, you know. Also, you can become a member. There is special perks while being a member. And in my opinion, you would look better in green, for sure, over here. That's just my opinion. Better in green. So join the family. If not, it's okay. It's free to hit that subscribe button, you know? How's everybody doing? Let me see. So, oh, we got some new comments. Hold on. Charlotte Stewart said, salute, salute, salute. All right. Oh, wait, yeah, let me go through the comments real quick. Lottie Lottie from the UK. Salute, salute, salute. Hey, Jay, Big M, mods in chat. Happy Saturday, Sunday. Hope y'all good, Jay. You feel better now. Absolutely. Salute, salute. Charlotte Stewart says, hey, JJ, how are you doing today? Also, Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to you, Charlotte. And I'm good. I'm always blessed. I hope everything is swell for you and all of yours. Nothing but blessings. Salute, salute. Yeah, that's me, Michigan Mayhem. That's me. Because we got a lot of mayhem in Michigan. Salute to you. All right, y'all. I'm going to come off the stage for a minute. And I want everyone to just look at this picture. And then we're going to talk about some fun. So, they came out and told us this is the day, allegedly, that our girl went missing, right? What are your guys' thoughts? In my opinion, I don't think it's the same coat. I feel like there's a headscarf or bandana, and that person is rocking it like Aunt Jemima and Tupac back in the day. And the big knot is from the knot from tying it. Big M, hold on, let me add you up. Big M, salute.
Hello. Good evening, people.
Big M says salute to the people. Miss Jackson, hey, are you, how are you? I am for real. Salute, salute, salute. Thanks for pulling up on your girl. Thank you for pulling up on your girl. So basically, and then we're gonna go, let me go to the side. Let's do this, Big M. Whoops.
Not the same jacket.
Okay, and is that the same jacket? And is there fur? Is she wearing her hood, and that's fur? And I just want to know everybody's thoughts. Study this picture for a minute, and I don't even know. We don't even know if it's the same. If that's even our girl. That's Janiyah on the bus. In my opinion, where's the photo of her getting on the bus? There is no photo. They show us the picture right here when she's in the sitting down. This is the video allegedly that the bus driver said. And then remember, they could only get footage. Well, they only could tell us because remember we only got 10% of the information. But I'm pretty sure they only got footage from one ring cam. And when we did our walk, we counted over 30 on 30 ring cams. And I don't care how many different angles you look, in my opinion, that is not the same coat. That person is wearing a head band around on their head, and it is tied backwards like Aunt Jemima and Tupac back in the day. That is the knot from the tying it. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. And that they're different coats. They're different coats, in my opinion. But again, the news.
Because why don't you see the black detail on the coat? Like you see the purse. The black detail is on the bus picture. You can see it very vividly.
It looks like it has spots.
Yes, but you can't tell it's all white.
This coat right here is plain, and in my opinion. But again, maybe she had a bag next to her, and teenagers, and maybe she wanted to change really quickly before she got off the bus. Is that that could be coincidence 120? Could that be an option, y'all? Okay, let's see what the chat says. Miss Jackson says, not the jacket. Okay. The timeline is messed up. The pics are everywhere. The pic of her in the gas station with the coat. I am going by that pic, honestly. Hey. I ain't mad at you. Annette allegedly took the kids to school and picked them up. Miss Jackson, I'm glad you said that because we heard it from the goat's mouth. Both the ugly, diabolical broads said it on the stand, and they fucked up. Monkey Doo said that her mom sent one of the kids in and asked if, our girl was there. And we remember a gentleman said that he would always start the car for them in the morning. So did Naziah even ever ride the bus? Because again, her school was within walking distance from her house. So I'm with you, Miss Jackson. In my opinion, it's two different people. This is definitely not Naziah. Hey, I'm with you when you're right, Charlotte, and I'm with you on that. In my opinion, I am with you. But y'all, she don't have her hood on. That don't look like the hood with the fur. Why was she the only one on the bus? There was a pictures, yeah. But again, and then on the again, don't forget, y'all. Hold on, let me show y'all. We have everyone saying that she was last seen with Monster Butts, but on the missing flyer, it says Naziah was last seen getting off the bus at a little after 2:50 or 40 something p.m. at Cornwell and 3 Mile. So what are we talking about? Are you serious? Yes, you have to live so many miles. Right, exactly. And she lived 0.8 from, let me show y'all real quick. She lived 0.8 from the school. I walked it. It took me 9 minutes to get there. Back in the day, we had the pickups, we had the bike riders, the walkers, and the bus riders. If you're within a certain radius of the school, you have to ride, you have to walk or bike. She would have been on the bus for what? A minute or maybe 2 minutes? Hold on, let me find. Yeah, these are the good ones. Yeah, I know right where they're at. Bet. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I got some maps for y'all. Okay. Let's looky here, y'all. What the hell, buddy? Oh man. Hold on, y'all. Alright, hold on, y'all. Let me share my screen. Okay, hold on, y'all. She says she took a pick in the bathroom or whatever it was. If Annette picked up the other kid she didn't pass inside getting off the bus, that's what I'm saying, Miss Jackson. In the bathroom where she looked very, pregnant. Yes. I searched for J.E. Charles school bus service and the driver 4910 January 24th. Surprise, surprise. DDP court records are withholding, not disclosing that information. Wonder why. Dang. Look at you go, Lottie. Salute, salute. That's what I'm talking about. Because we don't even know. Is the bus driver a male? Everyone's like, why does the bus driver matter? Well, it doesn't matter. If I go to the gas station right now and walk into the gas station bathroom and someone's laying there with their life gone and I call 911, guess what? I'm a suspect. Even though I didn't ask for it. Because I found the body. So the bus driver says on both from the 1-800, speak up. The missing people. Put it right on that flyer. She was last seen getting off the bus at 3 Mile in Cornwall. What? But I thought she was last seen on camera at Park Crest Inn with Monster Butts. So, here we go, y'all, real quick. Remember I told you, baby mama number 2, Latasha Pettis, where the black mark is, right? Okay. I want everybody to study this. And then we're going to go back to the picture where the baby mama lived. Okay? I wonder if this lady right here has ties to Latasha Pettis. Because the ID was found way the fuck over here. This is nowhere near Naziah School. This is the west side. So then, 5 days later, after this woman finds the ID that she stepped over for 2 weeks, and then she just felt the inkling, let me pick this thing up, let me pick it up. It might be a good idea to pick this up 2 weeks later. So she picks it up, and it's our girl. And she just, something told her. I think it's some funky business, but that's just my opinion. I'm no law student. And then 5 days later, bow, they find the evidence. And then you see them black dots right there? That's where Monster Butts' phone pinged. We see the Blue River. The maps are the roads, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this picture of the baby mama, where she lives. Boom. Whoa, G. Whoa, G. What is really going on with this?
Wait, you see them shoes that she got on? And the
Girl,
shoe,
yeah.
and then the bust the shoes they found. I don't see no red in there in one of those pictures.
Man, they've been, in my opinion, playing in our face, but maybe that's the way it has to go because, you know, they just want us to think because they got to work so hard on this case because they care so much. So they got to just do what they got to do because that's how the law works. Right? Yeah, okay. Lottie Motti says, hold on, let me get to Lottie. Lottie says, J.E. Charles, school day ends 2:40. She would get off the bus at 2:50 at 3 Mile in Cornwall, so she was allegedly from school bus on a 10-mile journey, if that. Yeah, no, and I'm going to show y'all. Yes, it would have took her an hour and 45 minutes because Annette testified that she got off the bus with her friend, and then her friend took a left and then a right, and she was walking towards East Warren. Naziah was walking away from the house if she was going towards Warren. She wasn't walking towards the Brib. There's no way Tawana didn't know who she was. I think she cried on the stand, seeing the family, knowing she implications. I agree, Miss Jackson, because guess what? Guess where Tawana Butts resides? On Neff. And we heard that her brother had a shop on Harper and Neff. Yeah, Brenda Butts lives on Otter Drive. Tawana Butts, she was crying because she knew. The conscience started eating at her because she's a liar. Tawana, the fuck ever, she lives on Neff. Does anybody remember hearing the road Neff about this case? Tawana Butts lives on Neff. Brenda Butts lives on Otter Drive right now on the east side, which is right there. Let me show y'all this picture of the roads. Right here. Look it. We got Devonshire, Bedford, Cornville, 3 Mile, Berkshire, Belford, Somerset, Beaconsfield, Otter Drive. Brenda Buttsfield lives right here on Otter Drive. Then we have Warren. Again, if she was walking towards Warren, she's walking away from her house. Look where Bedford is. So Annette testified, her friend said she was walking towards Warren, East Warren. Look at the map. She was walking, and her house is right here where the blue icon is. So she was walking towards East Warren. She was walking away from home. Now I'm going to show y'all the distance she would have had to walk to the shop at 9,000 Connors in Harper. This is how long it would have took our girl to walk. Because y'all see the house, and Annette said it. Her friend said she was walking towards East Warren. That's away from the house. I laid it out for you folks. Then, okay, hold on. So there was 2 people on the bus. I mean, that Annette said her friend said this. She went left, she went right, and she was going towards East Warren. And y'all look at that map. I'm no fool. I'm no Sacagawea or Lewis and Clark. But that is walking away from the house. But that's just my opinion. What up, Professor? What's going on with your salute? Ms. Adventure says, why would Tawana know Naziah? Miss Jackson said she had Shannon's number and Shannon had her niece and nephews. Didn't he tell King get his phone out of fiance's car on backseat? Allegedly, that video caught up like a damn lamb chop where the punk are her friends on the bus. Is that even school bus? Nobody see the bus, man. So how does that mean that she knows Naziah? Yes, I believe she walked away from the house. Yes, it does. Shannon had Naziah since 2. Miss Adventures, hold on. Let me let you up here. Salute, salute, salute.
Hello. So I think Miss Jackson is confused. Shannon didn't have Nazaya since she was two. Annette had Nazaya since that age, not Shannon. At times, Shannon lived with her mom. At times, she lived other places, but Nazaya was never in Shannon's custody. Thirdly, do we know, JJ? I'm sure you probably know the number. How many kids does Jarvis Butts have?
Over 30.
If he has over 30, you think that his sister Tawana knows all 30 of those kids plus their extended cousins. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I think I agree. I agree. I agree.
Nazaya was not Shannon's baby. Don't go with that narrative. She was adopted by her grandmother Annette.
Yeah, I know, but I think like when Shannon allegedly lived out in Clinton Township, she always had Nazaya like
She
in
would go spend a night out there, yeah.
yeah, but like she wasn't her legal guardian. But in my opinion, I
No.
think she did spend a lot of time with
But
Shannon.
I'm saying, what would that have to do with Tawana knowing her?
Oh, Miss Jackson, you want to elaborate? Cause I mean
I'm just
maybe
saying, for a man that had, okay, for instance, my brother only has two kids. I know my nieces. Do you think I know they cousins on the other side? Hell no, never met them a day in my life.
right. Hold on. She said
And at
Tawana
one
said.
point, my brother lived. How can I put? He lived with his baby mama and they family. He lived with them. I still never met them kids a day before my like no extended side. You get what I'm saying? No cousins of the cousins.
Right, right, right.
I'm not trying to meet them.
Um,
Just to be honest.
Well,
Lottie says Nazaya lived with Shannon in Clinton Township and Section 8 housing Jughead gave her, allegedly. Okay. And then Miss Jackson says Tawana knew Shannon, not the kids.
I know that's you said in the comments. I can't see the comments right now. Didn't she say somewhere in the comments Tawana knew who Nazaya was?
Hold on. I have
Hold on,
about
let me see.
15 nieces and nephews. I know all of them. I know all of their moms. I know all of their cousins.
Here, no, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. Just
well,
a
my
second.
brother, I have more than that, and I
It
know.
says there's no way Tawana didn't know who she was. I think she cried on the stand seeing the family, knowing the implications. There's so many ways that she could have not known who Desire was, is what I'm saying.
And okay. And then no, I'm saying Tawana knew Shannon and not her kids. Make that make sense? If she had Shannon number, she knew the kids and that the cousin that lived with them stopped defending their family.
I'm
To me,
not, JJ, you know what stance I have with the family. I'm saying you got to make the shit make sense. That's not logical for you
no.
to assume that somebody knows somebody that they don't know.
Okay, hold on. Bud's sister sat on stand. She said she don't know. Go around them. She knew. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And listen,
Okay,
everybody, we
that's
are all
fine.
allowed to have our own opinion. That's it. That's all. That's what we're here for. We can agree to disagree.
But don't
So
say I'm defending the family because I've never gave one single solitary.
one thing I can say, Professor has never. She does not. She doesn't defend. She just likes to look at things from every single angle. I can
And
say that about her.
logically,
She likes to think logically, but she definitely does not stand for that family.
I do not.
I can say that about Professor Adventures.
Mm. But and then I also like to, and I know you have your feelings about Tawana, but I also like to take it because, like I told you, we went through this last year. I I'm a person I give a little grace, not to say that nobody else in this deserves grace, but nobody, the clues wouldn't have gotten put together as I ain't gonna say quickly in the time frame that they did if it wasn't for Tijuana. She got the ball rolling that he was guilty in this because just as soon as she got wind of Nazaya, the young girl that she seen outside the store, was the chap was missing. The first thing she did was bang King's line and say, "Hey, isn't that your niece?" King denies it. The next phone call she made was to the police. When she went to the police testified and stated how she just gave them her device. She didn't, it wasn't no reservations. It wasn't no let me delete this. And we all know, even if you delete it off your phone, there's still records of it. She didn't have any reservations. She provided information for them, gave them the lead that they needed. of course, in retrospect, us sitting here breaking it down scene by scene, play by play, yes, she probably could have did more. She probably could have asked more questions, but who life happens fast. It's so many times that I've made decisions that probably weren't the best decisions. You know what I'm saying? And after I go back and look at it, I'm like, man, I could have did this or I could have did that. But that's in retrospect. We can't put
Absolutely.
we can't put the I guess we can't make everybody the villain in this story. We got so many villains in the fucking story because there's some fucked up ass people in this world. But I just don't be wanting to put that coat on everybody when they actually came forth and helped the case.
Right, right. I feel you. I hear you, Miss Ventures, and I like how you like to. I like how you are very open minded, because sometimes I do find myself I'm trying to get more open minded, but I value your opinion. We do disagree on some things, and that's okay. Um, and then it says, Jughead herself says she let her have Clinton Township in 2019. She got evicted, and yeah, she owes a lot of money. I seen that judgment. True, Miss
Oh, she owes
Jackson.
some money for that property for that does Shannon owe money for it or
No,
does
Jarnell
Janelle?
does. It was in her name. She
Mhm.
owes like the 9,500 and some,
Really?
yeah, and some dollars. Yeah. Um, I seen the
'Cause I don't
the.
think they gave it. She transferred over legally to her.
No,
But
she
you
can't,
can't
because it's
you
Section
can't
A. That's
yeah,
why
you
she
can't
lost
do
it.
that.
I've never heard of that in my life. So
Yeah, you can't disperse out Section 8 property to your family, try to keep it in the family
Or
or
you gotta
whatever.
keep it a secret, because once they bust your ass, you
Yeah,
losing it.
that's crazy.
and that's why you owe some money because it
Oh
was
yeah, she owed
illegal.
$9,000. I seen the judgment. Um, True, Miss Jackson. Why she called Shannon first? What they discussed. Okay. Jay, you need to share the comments in the chat, please. Absolutely, Lottie. I'm just moving slow with it. Lottie says, Miss Adventures, you make sense. And that's, yeah, Hold on one second, y'all. I want to share this with y'all, too.
Man, that I thought that was funny when I first heard it talking about you. We were gonna keep the Section 8 property in the family. I'm sorry, what?
I'm like, so you could just pass it down generation, generation, generation.
Generational Section 8. Generational Section 8 is crazy.
Crazy work.
Diabolical.
The orange man's trying to, but
But
yeah, that's.
I thought that was something different y'all had because Big M, aren't you from that way? I thought that was probably like some shit I just didn't know nothing about. Like maybe
I
y'all on
never
some
heard of.
different shit.
I've been trying to get Section 8 since 2004. Okay.
Oh wow.
Your wait list, and if you fuck around and fuck your Section 8 up, you a dummy, Janelle, and now you owe $9,000.
Well,
Yes.
she probably the only reason that she most likely probably owes it is because once what's the girl name, Shannon, blew the spot up, they went back and basically what they did was I can't say like 100% sure, but I feel like they probably went and realized how much money she was making, you know, and
Oh
then that's
yeah, or
that
they
back rent.
probably there was probably Monster Butts was probably causing a lot of attention and talk, and they're like, you gotta move smooth if you're
No,
breaking
that's
the
what I'm saying.
law.
Like the reason that she owed her $9,000 is because however long she stayed there.
Yeah, they probably made her pay the back rent.
Right.
Right. Okay. I know a lot of people who sublease their just can't get caught. Yeah, just can't get caught. I do too. I'm not gonna cap. I know a lot of people on Section 8 that be again. I'm just gonna say I do know a lot. Okay, so real quick, I just want to explain this map. The
But
way,
it's not legal though.
yeah, it's not. It's very illegal. Very illegal. If you
Okay.
get caught, you will have to pay the consequences. Ask Janelle. So right here, this arrow, this is Connors. If you take Connors, you could take Gratiot.
Come here.
You could take any of these roads, honestly, going to
What's
Nazaire.
wrong?
But this right here is that's 9,000. The shop at 9,000 and at Connors and Harper right here. When you come down Connors, you're gonna come to a T. You're gonna either have to go around and get on the highway, which is 94 right here. If you ride, let me go on my other screen. Oh wait, damn. So if you go towards the right, like on down 94, and like you're going towards the chat, like you're going towards the comments, that's gonna take you all the way to Pinecrest. Okay? This is Wilshire, where he lived with Angel when they raided, and that's where he registered as ASA. This is the address on Wilshire. We see Otter Drive. Anybody that's really from the D knows that Otter Drive goes in a figure 8 on the west side and the east side. I live off of Otter Drive. Big M, am I lying? True Detroiters know about Otter Drive. It does a full figure 8 on the east and the west side.
And the east side is kind of funny how it's set up.
Yeah, very funny. And again, I live off of Otter Drive. And I mean, it's if you're a real Detroiter, you know about our roads. Like 5 Mile, you're in the burbs. When it turns into Finkel, you're in the hood. If it's McNichols, you're in the hood. If you're on 6 Mile, you're good. If you're on 7 Mile, 7 Mile, 7 Mile, 8 Mile, it's the hood. If you're on baseline, you're in the burbs. So we all know Otter Drive does a figure 8, a whole figure 8, all the way going west side. You could do a whole figure 8. Start at one point and literally a whole figure 8 from the east to the west. Otter Drive. Hold on, let's see. Wait, let's go up. Lottie says, Big M, you right. Section 8 is annulled to housing need in it. Also, it's alleged King and Jughead were friends with benefits. Yeah. I heard a lot of things about King getting down with a lot of people in that family. That's not the same coat. And if had a snowstorm just a day or so before, where's the snow? And if it was as cold, windy, and rainy as they say it was that day, when the water freeze? And again, Naziah went to a hood charter school. She wore a uniform. Naziah School wasn't closed on the 9th, but several Wayne County schools were closed due to weather. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. Again, Channel 4, that's our news, and I could never compete with them, and they're the good old fucking news that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. But again, I want to run a clip for y'all. Let's see. Lottie says, the whole situation, the biggest pile of bullcrap, corruption, cover-ups. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we attempted to deceive. Again, Lottie, the way with your words, I love it. I love it. All right, y'all.
Hey, Miss Lottie. We ain't play Miss Lottie's song today. See, you slipping.
Oh, yeah, play her song while I get this.
Okay, no, I'm gonna find it while you.
Okay. We always got to play Lottie's song. Lottie. So y'all remember George Harris, who got on the stand, and well, I'm about to play this. I want to show y'all. He caught some charges down in Tennessee, and he was like again, I just want to show that the corruption, that in my opinion. So y'all remember
Lottie. Lottie, Lottie. 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 You know what? Your people is Lottie Dottie. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. For all of y'all, keeping y'all in help. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Cause it's cool when you cause a cozy condition and that we create. Cause that's our mission. So listen to what we say. Because this type of shit, it happens every day. I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning. I gave
Oh yeah, thank you, Big M, for that.
Yes.
I'm saying that picture is not from January 9th. If we had snowstorm just a day, we are the snow piles and raining. Kathleen, I'm with you. Because again, I think that we should see at least a little. We should at least see a little bit of some kind of inclination that there was because there was a huge snowstorm that rocked Wayne County, Oakland County, and Macomb County the night. It started at midnight, right when it turned the 9th. But in my opinion, there should be all that grass should not, in my opinion. And that, in my opinion, I don't think that. Hold on, let me move this. Hold on, oh, there it is. Oh shoot, let me pull it up. Just heard the bus went up. I don't know. I think there should be a little more. Like, there's no way, in my opinion, that the snow melted that quick.
Have you played the video of her walking?
No. I'm about to. We're gonna play the video of her walking. This is just a picture, y'all. But again, you know, the newsman, up north we used to call him Dan Rather. The news always they could be wrong, you know, they could, sometimes they do make forecasts and it doesn't happen, but I do know that there was over 30 school closings, which means the roads were bad. I do know that. I can't remember the weather because my memory, but we're gonna play the video. We're gonna watch her. Lottie says, I lay in my bed, shake my booty. Okay, Lottie, we like to party. That's right, because there was severe weather warning January 24th from 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. And so it didn't stop till 11 a.m. So again, it couldn't have melted by 2:50 in my opinion, because it was chilly. They had wind. The gusts of wind were 30 miles an hour, and that's on the National Weather site. So but that we just talking.
That water would have been froze. See that water over there would have.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just feel like they're on the roof of the houses. There should be something. There should be some kind of inclination that there was a snowstorm, and it was a big one. We had a weather alert. Like I said, the alert was from 4 a.m. It was in a weather advisory. We were in an advisory. So we're gonna let's watch her walk though.
I'm glad, Miss Lottie. Laying in your bed, shaking your booty to your song. Yes, ma'am. I think it's like in November. Because of the grass.
I feel like it's late fall weather in Detroit, but that's just my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. In the Weather Channel, there's documentation from the local weather. My biggest competition, you know, they the ones that I could never compete with, you know, that be giving out all this fucked up information, and we can clock that. And I promise you that. Alright, let's roll the clip. Let's see. If we see from. Let's see. Let me go on mute.
In Detroit with the very latest. Jordan?
As Andrew and Meredith, the man we are talking about is Jarvis Butts. He's accused of sexually assaulting and murdering 13-year-old Neziah Harris. But that's just one case. There is
testimony from another child today alleging sexual abuse by the same man accused of killing 13-year-old Neziah Harris. And we're learning of new DNA analysis that could determine whether Jarvis Butts goes on trial for murder. Sean Lay, following today's hearing.
Was weeks before the last time he saw Neziah Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
Time he saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
He saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
He saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
He saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
He saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
He saw Neziah was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had. 3 Mile Drive in Cornwall. 3 Mile Drive. Her bus stop was at. At the bus stop. Her bus stop was at. 3 Mile Drive in Cornwall.
Back here live outside 36th District Court. Keep in mind, everyone, this is not a trial. It's a preliminary.
What are y'all thoughts about the video?
You see how he covered up like he cold?
Mm-hmm.
And he just
But,
done.
remember, what'd you say? Remember, this is when they were doing, this was a whole year later. Are you just saying like, how, like, saying like it should be like cold or whatever? Yeah, like, in my opinion, that jacket she's wearing is real light. Like, it's real thin. Like, hold on, let me, remove this. Let's put her back up there. I feel like that's not, winter, like, negative 30 wind, 30 miles an hour.
Not January attire.
Correct. It looks, yeah, correct.
Anybody that lived in Detroit knows that we get cold in January and February.
I feel like January is our coldest month.
That is the coldest month. So this the first week of January? No.
It's crazy because today's January 10th. And I was outside with my 2 sons, and it was snowing, kind of snowflakes, and it's chilly. It's cold. It's cold here in Detroit. It's cold. We don't have no snow on the ground, but it's super cold. But we also didn't have a advisory last night either. Lottie says, well, at my age, nobody's shaking it, Big M. And then she says, no, it's Jarvis Monster Boots Newsman. Yeah, again. Hey, can y'all see the poll in the chat? I wonder, I gotta go check on it. Did y'all answer? Oh, I forgot because I never checked this. Everybody, so we did a poll. If, the question is it the same jacket? And no one. No is in the lead. 88% of the people say no. And that's just a poll. You know, it doesn't mean make it right or wrong, nothing like that. Just 88% of the people say, no, it's not the same coat. So, again, let's run, I wanted to run this clip real quick. I wanted to show you about this dirty dude.
Yes,
Derek
Mr.
Wolf.
And what do you do for a living currently?
I work at 36 District Court as a court officer.
And how long have you worked at 36 District Court?
2 months.
And prior to that, where did you work at?
Detroit Public School Police Department.
And how long did you in total work for the Detroit Public Schools?
17 and a half years.
You worked for
Carla Henry, salute, salute, salute. Thanks for pulling up on your girl. Lottie says, I feel to my heart for that baby girl. Man, evidence in open court facing Butts, but I feel that some of the words at her age she say was given her to say. I don't know how to put it. It's sickening. No, I feel you, Lottie. What jacket? Have y'all been here long? We've been here for 46 minutes. Well, on the jacket is, we were, asking, the question was, and 88% of the people, me and Big M, hold on, Big M, we're gonna go down for a minute. Everybody, take a gander at these two pictures. This is allegedly Naziah riding the bus, and then this is her walking past the ring cam. In my opinion, it's not the same jacket. There's no fur on the hood for me. I feel like this is not the same attire that she's riding, but hey, she might have had a duffel bag with her and changed her clothes. You never know. Let's just take a minute. Big M, we're gonna go backstage. Did you guys hear anything I just said?
No.
Oh man, okay guys. In my opinion, I just noticed we're gonna watch the video, but how come Naziah's face is blurred out in one and not the other? We're gonna run the clip back of her walking and let's see if they blurred her face out. Why isn't her face blurred out in both? Let's go watch. Did they blur her face out? Why would they blur her face out? I just noticed that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's go to the side, Big M. I just noticed that.
Because I was talking to him.
Look at the blurred. Why'd they blur her face out? Whoa, I just noticed that. I was talking, but we were backstage. You can't hear us, even if we're off mute when we're backstage. Why? Let's see if in the video her face is blurred out. What the fuck? Hold on. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for your girl.
Like she had on a baseball cap versus or.
You think it's a baseball? I think it's the bandana tied, and I think she was a designer. I think she might have made this her own personal one. It wasn't really a one you go buy, and that's why the knot is so thick. Because again, I feel like she was very
they was wearing that style at one time.
Like they cut the sleeve off their shirt and use it as a, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
it would be a big thing in the front.
yeah, I used to rock my band. I used to rock my shit just like this, just
Yeah.
like Tupac and Aunt Jemima. They rock it the other way. And
Hey,
Carla
Carla
says,
Henry.
"Oh, you see, she's okay. You see,
Got my glasses on. Girl.
all right, let me go run the clip. Let's see. Let's pay attention, everybody. On this video, when she's walking, is her face blurred out? Let's run the clip. Everybody watch. Is her face blurred out? Help me. Let's do this together. We a team. Let's watch.
vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw Nazaya was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of her last scene. He stated to me that he had last
weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
My opinion, you can't see her face as clear as you can on that bus. It might be the fog, it might be the camera, but you cannot make out that face. I just paused the video. We're gonna run it back. Can you see the face like as clear as you can on that bus picture? Let's run it back.
He stated to me that he had. He stated to me that.
Butts told investigators the last time he saw Nazaya was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had last seen her. To me that he had last. He stated to me that he had.
Saw Nazaya was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had.
Weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he.
Time he saw Nazaya was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had last seen her.
Whoa, in my opinion, that Miss Jackson said that's JB on the bus. In my opinion, okay. Let me remove this. Now, me and Big M are gonna go backstage again. Why isn't her face as clear as it is on the bus? Why is it so hard to make out this person walking by? They're saying is our girl. Why wouldn't it? Why? I'm confused. Big M, we're going backstage for a minute. Everybody focus on how they're showing us her face on the bus. But in my opinion, that walk, yeah. All right, we're going backstage. In my opinion, they're full of shit. What do y'all think? Does it smell funky? Or, is it just coincidence number 121? Yeah, let's drop the hearts for our girl. Justice for Nazaya. Amen. I felt the same way, Chanel Cook. In my opinion, I honestly don't even think this is Nazaya. I don't. That's just my opinion. But I don't even think that this is our girl. And I feel like that is our girl Nazaya when she was maybe in like 4th or 5th grade on the bus. Carla says it's fishy. If it's fishy, if you think it's fishy, drop the fish. If you don't, drop the 100. I'ma drop the fish. Let's see. I think it's fishy. That's just my opinion. Fishy, fishy, fishy. All the way and some more. All right, chat. I see y'all. I think we all kind of standing on the same little ground. It's just fishy. That's all we're talking about. We just think it's fishy. That's it. That's all. Okay. All right. Big M man. She said fishy, 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 fishy. Chanel says fishy. That so-called detective, Grinner, that field or grass, he stutter and stumble like he said, I make heart attack, in my opinion. Yeah, I can't stand him. And then after this, I'm going to show y'all him on the news in Tennessee. Karma is a bee. So, let's keep watching, y'all. I just wanted to... So, again, let me check the poll again. So I think, we're just talking. We're just talking. I feel like they played in our face. And I feel like we just trusted the news because Channel 4 is gotta be right just because they said it. Just like if they said it on Facebook, it's the fucking truth. Man, again, I'm about to open my own news reporting business, y'all. Let's go. Miss Jackson says it's fishy. Yeah. No 100s? No 100s? Replay gang, is it fishy or is it 100? Let us know. All right, let's roll the clip. Dude, when I watch him, he makes it hard for me to breathe just watching him, y'all. If you know what I mean, I don't know. Lottie says it's fishy. Fish on. Yeah, fucking dirty dogs.
For DPS for 17 and a half years?
Yes.
And how long have you been in law enforcement in total?
39 years.
Before DPS, who did you work for?
I retired from Detroit Police Department.
And what were some of your common roles and responsibilities at the Detroit Public Schools Police Department?
We go to the school. Sometimes we talk to the kids. We take care of the building, take care of the principals, we take care of the family, and make sure everybody's abiding by the law.
And in January of 2024, what was your assignment at the DPS Police Department?
I was assigned to investigations.
And as part of that assignment, does that include going out and taking reports from people who are making police reports to the school police department?
Yes.
Okay. I want to direct your attention to January 10th, 2024. Did you go to J.E. Clark School in Detroit?
Yes.
And what was the reason you went there, sir?
I got sent there by my lieutenant about a missing 13-year-old young lady from the school.
And
her name is Naziah Harris. A missing 13-year-old girl named Naziah Harris from the school. Yeah, you can't even say her name either. What? He makes me cringe, y'all. Big M, Lottie says, where'd you get your fishes from? They're cute.
when you went there, did you speak with someone who was making that report?
Yes.
Who was that person?
I talked to her guardian, her grandmother, which is her guardian.
And is that
What'd you say, Big M?
I just typed in fishes and that's what came up.
Oh, okay. Big M has got that, you know, them special emojis.
That Annette Harris.
Yes.
And in terms of taking that report, what's that process like? I don't want to go into what anybody said to you, but what information are you looking for to gather to put into your report?
Okay, I'm making a mystery report. So I asked Ms. Harris, when's the last time you seen her daughter? Her granddaughter. Description of what she have on. Has she ever been missing before? Does she have a boyfriend? Or she have friends she might go by the house and stay? Things of that sort.
And did you ask Ms. Harris all of those questions and get her answers?
Yes.
And then did you write an actual report?
Yes.
Okay. After you write that report, do you have any role in actually investigating to attempting to locate the missing person?
Yes.
Okay, what did you do after writing the report?
After I did the report, I canvassed the area looking for this young lady, although she was gone for at least 24 hours because she was missing the day before. And then from that point, we didn't find anything. So I found out the bus number that she was on. I got the video, and it shows where she got off the bus at Cornwell and 3 Mile.
Said Cornwell.
There you have it, folks. That explains everything. This lazy, doofy, dumb MFer is the one that got the video. He's lazy. He didn't want, in my opinion, he just grabbed the video, blurred out the face, and said, oh, there she goes. That's just my opinion. Let's see if he says her name at all during this testimony. The young lady. Remember, he keeps referring to our girl as the young lady. Let's see if he says her name. Her name's Neziah Harris, sir.
Cornwell, 3 Mile.
Okay.
And from that point, like I said, we went to the house, talked to the guardian again, talked to some of the people in the house, and then we went on in and let it go from there.
Sorry, just to be clear, you keep on saying we. Are you doing these things with a partner?
Yes.
And who is that partner?
Dale Gardner.
Oh. Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm approaching with what's already been admitted as People's Exhibit 2. Do you recognize that, sir?
Yes.
And what is that is contained in Exhibit 2?
The school bus.
And is that a still shot from the video that you pulled or that you received?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the bus that you identified that Neziah Harris was on?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to say this. Shout out to Judge Sabria, because watch her face, and I wish she could have stayed on this case the whole fucking ride, bro. Because shout out, I'm pretty sure they did the preliminary that's when it's already bounded over. I think she would have stayed on the case, but because of her blunt statement, they said she was biased, and they took her off, and that's why Judge Hathaway became the judge. This would have been his judge, but because of her statement about him being cognitively impaired and called him a monster, she was removed from the case. Damn, I'm mad, Sabria. We needed you. We needed you. She came correct with that energy, in my opinion. Shout out to you, Sabria. Shout out to you.
May I have one moment, Judge?
Yes.
He keep looking around. I wonder if he's looking for the monster butts, trying to find him. Like, I wonder where he's at. Or I wonder if this young lady's over here. Like, what are you looking for, my dude? Shit. You should have had that energy when our girl Neziah Harris went missing. In my opinion. Miss Jackson said good at Lottie. Chanel, she said bada boom, bada bing, 100. Chanel says, why didn't they say it happened at home, not in school? Call the local police. There's a lot of questions. Why did y'all fail this little girl? In my opinion, why? Did they ask? Did they question the partner? Were they retiring also? Remember, Detective Wolf. Why wasn't he on the stand? Detective Wolf. Roof, Detective Wolf. Where the fuck were you? Why weren't you on the motherfucking stand?
Because they saving him for the trial. This was only a little bit. It was a tidbit to get him over.
Are they? Because remember, the state offered that bullshit ass deal.
They have to offer a deal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep. You're right, Big M. My bad. When she leaves out of the ghouls doors, not really they're responsible. Wait, when she leaves out of the schools, did you mean the school or the? I mean, yeah, I get that when it said, but as when she's reported missing, she's most definitely a very high priority, in my opinion. That it becomes their responsibility wholeheartedly, and they drop the ball.
I have another question.
Thanks, Russ.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Mr. Wolf, you were dispatched to the J. Clark School because you're an investigator for GPS.
I was not dispatched. The lieutenant came to the office and told us to go by the school for the missing.
Okay, so you were requested, your presence was requested at the school.
Yeah, from my lieutenant.
You don't have an office within the school,
No,
so you're not like the school resource officer, per se.
no.
Okay. And you said you met with Ms. Annette Harris on the 10th,
Yes,
and that's of January of 2022.
January. Yes,
But that was early in the morning,
around between 11 and 12.
so school was in session at that time.
Yes,
Did you speak with the teacher who was in Nazia's classroom on the 9th of January?
no.
Did you speak with any of Nazia's known friends?
Like in the investigation, yes.
You did. Who did you speak to?
I can't recall that.
Did you write them in a report?
No, not a missing report.
Okay, so you spoke with folks, but you didn't record their names?
I recorded it probably on my run sheet, but not inside the missing report.
And you didn't take statements from anybody?
No, not at the time.
Ever?
No.
Okay. Did you speak with anybody else at the school about?
I'm not a lawyer, and I'm no fucking law student for sure, not going to law school. But if you didn't, how'd you write anything down if you didn't take no statements from anything? Did y'all just hear him? Do I need to run it back? How ignorant is this dude? So she said you didn't write you didn't write anything down from the people you talked to. Like, that don't we're gonna run it back. We're running that back. Wow. I think all of them should have been in contempt of court. What the fuck? Contempt of court is serious. This is giving definitely contempt of court in my opinion. He probably looking for Annette. Yeah, that part. Who the fuck you looking for, dog? Oh, I loved her. She see through them all like a glass window. Is she not entitled to give? Judges cannot give their opinion, and when she definitely went hard, and I love her for that. Someone finally, she again just because it's the law, she told that man what it is. He is the true definition of a pedophile, and they took her off the case. But again, you can't be by Sabria. I'm not mad at you, but I really wish we could have watched you throughout this whole thing. Because I love your facial expressions. You ain't playing. You be taking your notes. And you don't play. And I like that about this judge. So, unfortunately, yes. She was not allowed to give her opinion. And she did. And they didn't want her to hinder the case. She said, and I hope for a speedy trial. Shout out to you, Sabria. She said, I hope for a speedy trial. And she said, at first, I thought you were cognitively impaired. Basically, a brain of a 10-year-old. But then she said, after listening to you brag about womanizing women, look at how, like, again, I'm not listening. I have this shit memorized, bro. I might not be word for word, but I've seen it so many times. And she said, you're just a true definition of a pedophile. You are a monster. How'd I do, guys? And I wasn't, that was off from memory. Did pretty close?
Yeah.
No, what'd you say?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. No, they didn't. I know that, but kind of, yeah, most definitely. I agree, Chantel. They don't care. Yeah, well, we care. Why did he even take the stand? That's what I'm saying. How can he just get up there and feel so comfortable saying what? Listen to what he's saying, y'all. You have a fucking due diligence. You are a mandated reporter, sir, and you're up there talking like that.
But look how he's saying it, like he really proud of what he's saying.
Like,
run it back.
We are running it back. And dog, put some chapstick on. I'm putting chapstick on right now. My lips drier than a motherfucker looking at him. I just had Domino's delivered by my grand Pekini. She gone back out, enjoy herself at her party. I love my grandchildren. Hell yeah. They don't take this case serious enough. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's run this shit back. And everybody listen to this, in my opinion, impaired, ignorant, goofy school cop, lieutenant, retired, fucking whatever you are. He paid to, in my opinion, Miss Jackson, his last name Harris. Yeah, again, that's a coincidence. 122. Just another coincidence, y'all. Just another coincidence. Right at Lottie, Miss Jackson says. Lottie says, fact, at Carla Henry. Bullseye, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. All right. We're running it back. Everybody listen to this. What this giving anybody can go work for the DDP. Yeah, go ahead, put your app in. They're hiring anybody. You don't have to have any sense or anything.
Nope, just apply.
Literally, just apply. You got the job. 39 years, this motherfucker. Wow, dude.
You got a job. You got a job. You got a job. Everybody got a job.
Hired. Okay, Detroit, now what's your excuse? We got all these people to help you. Now what's the problem? They say we don't have enough manpower. There's so much crime. Well, you're hiring all these dummies, in my opinion. That's why. Fuck.
They ain't even collecting evidence. They leaving coordinates for the evidence.
No, not a tenor.
Okay, so you spoke with folks. Who did you speak to? The teacher who was in.
Between 11 and 12.
So school was in session at that time.
Yes.
Did you speak with the teacher who was in Nazia's classroom on the 9th of January?
No.
Did you speak with any of Nazia's known friends?
In the investigation, yes.
You did. Who did you speak to?
I can't recall that.
Did you write them in a report?
No, not a missing report.
Okay, so you spoke with folks, but you didn't record their names?
I recorded it probably on my write sheet, but not inside a missing report.
And you didn't take statements from anybody?
No, not a tenor.
Ever?
No.
Okay. Did you speak with anybody else at the school about Nazia, either on the 10th or any time after that?
Only on the 10th I talked to the guardian, which is the grandmother, and a couple of students.
A couple?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how many?
A couple, two.
Two. Okay. Just want to make sure we have the same definition of a couple.
Not Professor Clump getting a fucking attitude.
Wait a minute.
Two. What the fuck, bro? in this world now, you definitely better clarify because, you know, people think 2 + 2 = 5 these days. They're really, we gotta clarify. He's like, a couple. Well, damn, dog.
He was mad.
All these motherfuckers are bipolar, dude. Like, what the fuck? A couple. She's like, okay, I just wanted to make sure. This shit is crazy. Man, let's roll the clip. Wow. Hold on. I'm going to get to the comments in a second, y'all. Hold on.
And you said you canvassed the area?
Yes.
What area did you canvass?
The 3 Mile area, we all around there, checking the alleys, knocking on doors, seeing if we can get some video, doorbell, camera footage, things like that.
3 Mile, is that 3 Mile Drive?
3 Mile in Cornwall, that area.
Okay, and that's where the bus stop was?
Yes.
Where Nasiah would have gotten off the bus?
Yes.
Anywhere else around the school?
We checked around the schools. We checked on, matter of fact, on her street as well. We didn't find anything.
In her classroom, does she have a locker or a cubby or anything where she stores items?
I can answer that question.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Fair to say then that you didn't check?
I may have, but I can't recall right now because it's been such a long time.
Is there a report that documents whether you did or not?
No.
Okay. And after you did the canvass of the area of 3 Mile Drive in Cornwall, what else did you do?
I went back to the station, advised the lieutenant of what we came up with.
Which was what?
Which was, I talked to the parent, the grandparent, talked to a couple of students. We didn't find anything from doing our search of the area.
So did you do anything else in regards to investigating?
No, I did not, because I was getting ready to retire, so I was done.
Okay. I don't have anything further.
Any redirect? Very briefly, Judge. How long, you were first notified about this on the 10th, correct?
Yes.
And how long did you stay involved in the investigation?
That day.
Okay, so your activities that Ms. Quick asked you about contained, all happened on the 10th of January?
Yes.
What happened to the investigation after the 10th?
If someone else's investigation would have took over, besides me, because once again I was leaving, but I gave all the information that I had along with my run sheet as well. So
it was passed off to another investigator?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Okay, and then are you aware of what happened after that?
No.
Okay. And you said that on the 10th, your lieutenant came in and asked you to go to J.E. Clark?
Yes.
And who is your lieutenant?
At the time it was George Harris.
Okay. I know I've heard it.
Another Harris? What? How many fucking Harrises worked the case, bro? And like, Wolf, were you putting D in Annette Harris? I am asking for a friend. This is crazy. Did y'all hear him? He said that day. So it's fair to say you didn't. So what did you do? Not a motherfucking thing. You didn't talk to the teacher. You talked to a couple students, but you didn't write it down. Not in that report. And then you searched, but you don't know where her locker is. Yeah, and he's the one who got that video. That just makes me definitely stamp my opinion harder.
That really, yeah.
Video is from that motherfucker. Yeah. All right, let's get to these comments. My bad, y'all. We just had to let me get to y'all. You know? Let's go.
My thing is, I think they all watched the YSL case. And they try to outdo YSL. They try to outdo Woody.
Well, they definitely, in my opinion, got the crown.
When he said, I don't recall.
I don't recall.
He was watching. Listen to that song on the way to court.
Man.
I don't recall.
Never thought again, and that happened right before this. again, they have the crown, in my opinion. They got the crown. Never
Yeah.
have I ever do what they want. Wow.
They perjure themselves on the stand.
As soon as you perjure on the stand, I felt like that judge should have been, when she said, in my opinion, I found the grandmother's testimony very questionable. You should have been like, miss, stand up, contempt of court. Put the cuffs on her. But she said, I do think she did tell the truth, one truth in her whole testimony about that sweater that she bought her. Judge, contempt of court, take her to jail. She said, in my opinion, her testimony very questionable.
It's probably because they probably have immunity to testify against Jarvis.
Yeah, that shit's crazy to me. Okay, they don't take it serious. Lottie says he paid too, in my opinion. Miss Jackson, he last name Harris, right? Marty, facts at Carla Henry, saying nothing. He is arrogant. Bullcrap. Just name Harris. I woulda want. He gotta hide what he say. Granny Monster come school between 11 a.m. and noon. Dude, he was like, that's all I heard. He didn't do his job at all. No. No. I agree. I'm with you, Carla. I am with you, Carla. This is not a prelim. It's a I'm with you on that one, Lottie. This was definitely something I've never seen before in the court of law. Even law-abiding citizen wasn't this messed up. Whew.
I did. You didn't watch the YSL trial?
I didn't watch all of it, but yeah, I definitely watched. I know. I
It was
tuned in.
just like this. It's like people don't take court serious anymore.
Right.
I mean, when I was younger, court was a big thing. Maybe because I just respect the law.
No, I'm not scared, but they can do what they want, so I try to stay away. I don't care.
No, I'm not scared. I don't break the. I'm just saying I respect it. I always tell my kids, people who know the law don't break the law.
Amen. There you go. And that's the problem. We are so educated with the law. We as human beings don't know our rights at all, and that's how the police get off on us, because we don't know our rights. Literally.
I drilled into my boy's head. I had 3 black boys. You're gonna learn these laws.
And I'm glad for you, Big M, because you got verbiage is important. Everything with the law, it's strategic. The law is the law, and you better learn it. I definitely educated my shit on the law, myself on the law, because they don't tell us. They only tell us certain things. They don't tell us what the police are like. We just think we have to comply. No, they're not God. The blue men are not God, y'all. Remember, we the people. We are the people. We could defund our police station right here if we make a vote. The police are no better than me nor you, okay? They are not God. The blue men are not God. They don't get to do whatever the fuck they want. But because we didn't go to law school and we don't know, we just think, because they have power that we. But I would highly encourage everyone to educate themselves on the law, because that's how people get off on
And
it.
I have to say this, because I grew up around law enforcement in my family, and I have some still. Not all law enforcement is bad, okay? We have some good.
I will give you that. Just in my opinion, 95%.
I know. Well, it's like, and then we have some in Detroit that are good, and we have some that are bad. It's like everywhere. It's like good and bad everywhere, and everybody's job.
Absolutely. I will.
But we gotta also hold these people accountable for what they do. They're not above.
Not let them. Once you let people get away with that power and above the law, that's where it goes left. Like it's crazy. Like I always said, like if I ever won the lottery, I'd be a humble asshole. And I'm like, I don't ever want to come into a chunk of money, because it's gonna come. That's what comes with it. Like you lose sight of your integrity and your morals and your values, in my opinion, because you're worshiping that money. And that's just my opinion. So I don't ever want to hit the lottery. I don't ever want to be a humble asshole because there's no such thing. Just my opinion. All right, back to Lottie. Lottie, why he even on the stand? He can't recall or recollect. He can't recollect where he is and why he there. Oh, he got ego problem. That a woman questioning his integrity. He said a couple. Two. he was about to slap the shit out of him this quick. He was gonna come unglued off that chair. Bring back Judge Sabria. Absolutely. Hashtag bring back Judge Sabria. She was the GOAT. She said, "You are a monster." Oh man, shout out to her. We're gonna end it with her clip. I thought this George Harris, that video, it's alleged come from DDP play. Who this bull crap GOAT. Man, that part. This judge cannot be bought. Right, in my opinion. I agree. This is one of the best judges, in my opinion, and I've seen. The Harris related to everyone. Right. Just like Nazia's stepmom, Nakia Harris. I bet you this is George Harris's cousin, Nakia. Because there's 70 million Harrises in Detroit. And, yeah. Let me shut up. Bring back, yup, let's bring her back. I even hear they have connections with the ring camp foot. Man, say. Now that I know that this fucker was the one who got the footage, it explains a lot. Me and Big M are gonna go backstage for 2 seconds. It explains a lot. That's all I needed to know. Let's look at this real quick. Let's go backstage, Big M. It all fucking makes sense now, y'all. Holy shit. It all makes fucking sense. The work of Big Lips that needs chapstick. Detroit police, worthless, useless, so corrupt. There's no respect for the law enforcement by the hand-working, law-abiding citizens of Detroit. They don't feel protected. It's sad. Oh, I feel protected, baby. But if I ever have to deal with them, that's when I'm still gonna be protected, but because I'm always protected. But I definitely don't ever want to have to need the defender service, the only defending service in Wayne County, and I don't ever want that Kim woman to ever have to even deal anything with my kids or anything. I hope not. I hear that, Miss Jackson. All right, y'all. Let's hashtag bring Sabria back. Please. We're going to end it with her clip. Because, again, she stood on business. And she said, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say how I feel. And and shout out to her because nobody else did. Not the school. Not the police. Not Kim. Not nobody. Sabria took the lead by telling everybody about themselves. She said, I feel like each and every one of you failed that little girl. Woo! I have it memorized. Let's play it. Let's run the clip. Shout out. Hashtag bring Sabria back.
This is a circumstantial case. The case regarding a trial, and the one thing I had highlighted in case is the quote, in this case there was no physical evidence such as bloodstains or a weapon leaking defendant to Joyce's death. In this case, we don't have the same facts or circumstances. I do agree this is a circumstantial case, and circumstantial evidence is sufficient for bind over and even conviction. Today is January 9th, 2025, exactly one day 1 year, excuse me, from the day Naziah Harris disappeared. Before I get into the charges, and the main charge of premeditated first-degree murder, I have to speak on Naziah Harris and the community who failed her. And I am only presented with certain evidence. I don't know the whole story. The attorneys know more than me, the family knows more than me. But from what I have heard over the last 4 days and 5 days total, is that several people failed her. I don't know where her mother is. I don't know anything other than that she was forced to live in a home where she was not protected or given the adequate attention and love. I don't know where her father is. I don't have any mention of him in her life, no presence. To Cordell, AKA King, and all the men who saw Jarvis Butts hanging out and always around these young girls, including Naziah, and his 9-year-old daughter going up to the shop to clean up his shop. The school counselor who never showed up, or the person who was supposed to show up if that counselor was absent, after Naziah was on the floor on the day she went missing, saying that she needed to speak to someone and speak to a counselor. There's no mention of CPS, but I wonder what their involvement was over the years, because this was not just a 1-year thing. There are text messages at least from 2022. To her adoptive grandmother, Annette Harris, whose testimony, in my opinion, was very questionable. I understand why the people put her on the stand to establish Naziah's residence and the houses on Bedford and the regular routine, to establish also that Naziah was not a runaway child, that she was not a bad kid. I do believe she adopted Naziah. I do believe that she had 6 kids in the house. I believe that Naziah had on a dark hoodie the day she went missing, and that she had on red and black Nikes that day. What is hard to believe is that the defendant never came into the house as she testified. And there was also a minor that testified.
Is it me, y'all? I feel like her legs shaking, like she's ready to cuss that monster out. She's ready. Look at her. I feel like her legs shaking. My legs shaking right now because I feel her energy. Shout out to Judge Sabria. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That he did as well. Text messages that show between him and Naziah that he did. In the basement, saying he was going to the shower, stealing her panties. He was always lurking around that house and asking for Janiyah and Zaniyah, from what I know. I even thought about the breakfast routine and saying that all the kids like eating breakfast at school. Did they have a choice? I don't know. But to always send those girls up there to clean up the shop raises questions. And how were there 2 women in that house who have birthed children themselves who did not notice that Naziah was pregnant, and I believe she was, and not having her period anymore? But then after hearing text messages today, begging Jarvis for pads as if she didn't have anyone else to give them for her. And what stood out the most was when Annette Harris stood on the stand, and she learned around 6 p.m. that Naziah did not come home from school, and said she looked around for her and decided to wait until the next morning to call the police. Without a tear, without emotion, or any expression of being devastated. And to her Aunt Shannon, who also showed no emotion, expression of being devastated from Naziah going missing. She stated that she had friends help look for Naziah, but was directed to just wait until the morning.
And see, love thyself, that's what I'm talking about. I agree with you. It's like, I feel like this judge is a wonderful judge, but you know what? She said, because she has integrity, she said, I don't care, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. The fuck? Because again, a judge is not allowed. And again, she sat, just imagine her sitting through that prelim, everything. Man, how could you not? Man, Shout out to Judge Sabria for standing on motherfucking business. Because right is right, wrong is wrong. And she told everybody about their fucking self. That is what I'm talking about. She didn't lose her job. She just got removed from the case. But at least she said something. Lottie says her legs shaking like she on a treadmill. Watch her body language. She's like, man, her lips, and she's gonna start to tap in her pen on the fucking paper, and she's like, and Mr. Butts, I'm gonna get to you in a minute. And she says, stand.
They're gonna say, sit down for a minute. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, and then she tells him, stand up. She tells that motherfucker, stand the fuck up. Why you sat back there and hid. Shout out to Judge Sabria, because sometimes you gotta say. And she told them motherfuckers, because she stood on beds. She has a heart. She has integrity. And you know what? Take me off the case. She was the first person to fucking tell them that they were wrong, and everybody failed them. The judge. Shout out to you, baby. I ain't mad at you. And she said, I hope for a speedy trial. Man, that's AKA have fun in prison for the rest of your life, monster. She even said, I thought you were, man, let's listen. Shout out to Sabria. You're a real one. Salute, salute, salute. Drop the flowers for Sabria in the chat.
To call the police. A grown woman who likely suspected something strange going on didn't feel the need to call the police either. They were both able to go to sleep at night without hearing from Naziah or having any indication that she was coming home that night. And of course, the defendant, who I will get to in a minute. I don't know who else failed Naziah, but the community did. As far as the people establishing probable cause, I will focus on count 1, as it's been stated that there is no contention with counts 2 and 3. In count 3, I will amend based off of the motion and the testimony I heard that Naziah was 12 and not 13 at the time that Jarvis Butts had sexual intercourse with her. The prosecution is correct. You do not have to have a body to establish first-degree premeditated murder. It would have been a much shorter exam had her body been found, but this is where we are. In the last 365 days, no text messages. We all heard today and yesterday that she was very active and frequently texted. No social media for a year. We heard through testimony that she was also active on social media. No phone calls, which she was also able to do according to testimony. No physical sighting of her by anyone. She never came back to school. No one has seen her. Medical records dated from July 2014 to October 2023 indicated that she had no life-threatening medical issues that would lead to a natural cause of death. The black hoodie found in the area of 7 Muhlenberg with her DNA and blood on it. The holes in the hoodie consistent with some sort of struggle, violence, or weapon being used. And we know that there were no holes in that hoodie when she wore it to school. We saw a picture of her.
Real quick, I would love to talk to Judge Sabrina and say, how do you feel another year later? How do you feel, Judge? I wonder what she would say. Probably disgusted. I'd be like, I can't speak on that matter. I'm very opinionated and I could lose my job. But shout out to you.
In a black hoodie on her last day that everyone saw her. I do believe her grandma testified truthfully about the sweatshirt that she had on and that was practically new. And the border agent who said that no evidence of animals would have destroyed the clothing or the shoes to possibly lead to animals tearing up that hoodie. The clear glasses found in the blue Nissan the day after she went missing. The behavior of the defendant when he snatched those glasses. They looked exactly like the glasses she had on in her last picture, according to the witness. The shoes that her brother described as the same shoes that were found also in the area of 7 Muhlenberg near the hoodie. While this is still probable cause, the evidence all points to Jarvis Butts. his locations, him being seen with her last, the abortion searches, the abrupt silence between the two of them in text messages, and the constant lies he told throughout the entire investigation. And they were proven to be lies with text messages and other testimony. We may never know what happened, but from what I heard today and over the last 4 or 5 days, it appears he intended to perform what he thought was a do-it-yourself abortion on Neziah. It went south, and instead of seeking medical attention for her, he intentionally killed her and tried his best to cover it up. As much as I want her to be alive today, there is at least probable cause to show and believe that she's dead and she was murdered by Jarvis Butts. Mr. Butts, stand up. You've been sitting over there for 4 days.
Y'all, this is my favorite part. You see her fucking, she said, stand the fuck up. That's what she really wanted to say. She got, man, let's go. This is my favorite part, everybody. Let's end it with a bang. Shout out to you, Judge. 5 stizzies.
With your head down, sitting between and behind your attorneys with your mask on and taking vigorous notes. I want you to pay attention and listen to everything I have to say. I have been trying to figure out for the last 5 days, you. At one point I thought you were cognitively impaired in the beginning of this exam. And then maybe you had the brain of a 10-year-old and that's why you were doing such things. But as I heard more and more testimony, you're just the true definition of a pedophile. Watching you laugh and brag about all the women you have with different women and the children and the girlfriends, and making babies to groom them, and having them in your presence, and cleaning up, quote, cleaning up your shop, and the little girls around you, has landed you here today. You groomed Neziah. You played mind games with her. We all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you two were disgusting to hear. And to think that she had you saved in her phone as bae for life. Neziah deserves so much more. And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you were the monster in this whole picture. She did deserve love from her parents and everyone who was in her life. She was ignored.
She's the one who nicknamed the monster. Where do you think we got Monster Jarvis Butts from? She named him. It came from her. She wasn't lying. She said, listen and listen good. Shout out to you, dude. I love this judge. Standing on business. She said to sit and listen to those messages between you two was disgusting. Oh yeah, I bet. I couldn't imagine. Man, shout out to that judge. You know, she stood on business. I think her song should be Standing On Business by Saucy Santana. Because I'm standing on it. Standing on business. Judge Sabria, you stood on that motherfucking business for sure. Look at the way she reaming his ass. Even look at Riggins' face when she said, I thought you were cognitively impaired. He was like, you can't say that, bitch. But she did. Shout out to her again. They was like, whoa. Well, she told it how it was. Shout out again to Judge Sabria.
Ignored, she was neglected, and you took complete advantage of that. She wanted someone to love her, and she will never know what that feels like. Your children deserve more. As much as defense counsel has raised issues on count 1, all that has done is raise the question of fact for the trier of fact, which means that this would be for a jury or a judge to hear in the 3rd Circuit. I pray for the healing of all the victims and the young girls and possibly boys who have come into contact with you. As a community, We should look at this case as a prime example of how much work we have to do when it comes to protecting our children and especially our Black girls. I pray for closure and healing for all those who have been traumatized by you. And for you, Jarvis Butts, I wish you a speedy trial and that justice be delivered. Your bind over date is January 16th at 9:00 a.m.
Oh, again, shout out to Judge. Dude, what a great judge. We need more like her. Shout out to her. Justice, she said, I hope and justice be served. She had to be careful with them words. But shout out to her. Shout out to her for sure. Again, y'all. Her name is Naziah Harris. Let's keep it alive. Justice for Naziah. We got 13 days. Till the monster's back in court. I'm going to end it like I always do, y'all. Good old Winnie the Poohski. Christopher Robin. You're smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. Yes, yes, yes. And you're stronger than you seem. Strong arm, y'all. And I feel it in my soul every time, y'all. I want y'all to remember, it's all love over here. We all can agree to disagree. We bounce ideas off each other. We are advocating in a sense, so we all need to be together, and it's okay to disagree. We can disagree and keep it moving. You know? And I love that about this. You know, we all, every time, like, I love my little platform that I built. Thank you to my supporters. Again, I don't care how big my platform is. It means a lot to me. And you guys are appreciated. And I want y'all to be real smooth with it, real cool with it, and real true with it. You know? Big M.
Peace.
Big M says peace, y'all. Till next time. Y'all be smooth and remember, it's all love, y'all. It's all love.
This is how we do it. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Hold on. Bump it up.
For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need a